Hey guys, it's me Lisa from Let's Make a Cake, and today I will be showing you how to make the structure for this standing 3D boot cake. Alright, so this is a piece of wood that I cut. Well, it was a scrap piece of wood that I already had, but you definitely can use 2 to 3 pieces of foam core board to your desired size, hot glued together for added strength. You can use a cake drum, but I just prefer wood. Okay, now what I have done is hot glued 4 knobs. I guess they're drawer pulls onto the bottom of the board because you have to make clearance for the washer and the nut that's up under, because if you don't put any type of footing under there, won't be stable, it'll be wobbly. So we have this is a 12-inch threaded rod that I gotten from Lowe's. It's like $1.79, and you need a total of 3 nuts and 2 washers. Okay, the rods come in different sizes. This is a 2-foot rod here, and it was 2 something. So if you wanted it longer for whatever reason, and this is too long, they will cut it for you. You just need to know your dimensions. Or if you have you have to use a jigsaw with a blade on it to cut metal, you could do it yourself. One more important thing: whatever size rod, the rods come in different widths as well, but I chose the smaller one because this will be part of the structure for the heel, so this part will show. This part will be into the cake. Whatever size rod that you purchase, you need to make sure that's the size drill bit that you have to make the hole in the wood. This drill bit, this is the same size as the rod, so that's important. Just once you purchase whatever size you desire, go to the tool department and say, hey, I need this size drill bit to make this hole in a piece of wood. Okay, so this is my template. This is foam core board. My template that I've cut out for the sole of the boot. You can make it any size you want, but I just wanted it to look as realistic as possible. So I cut it out of cardboard for this demonstration. But you can use foam core. I prefer foam core because it's moisture resistant, and it helps keep this dry, you know, from the moisture of the cake, the condensation from the cake. But for today, I'm using cardboard because I didn't have enough foam core. So that's what we're working with today. So you would take, and on the back, I have hot glued 2 scrap pieces of cardboard under the bottom so that you can get that realistic lift that a boot has. Is not really flat. Oh, and also if you wanted your boot to be like a pointy toe boot, it's up to you. You could do your thing. But if you see in the picture how it's raised a little, it just looks more realistic. So that's that. Now, this is the second washer that I mentioned earlier. It's important not to put the hole too far back, because you have to make clearance for this washer, and it'll make sense in a minute. So we're going to hot glue this washer here to this cardboard. Match up the hole. Let it dry a bit. Slide it down to whatever your desired length is. Now, how I determine my length is according to the heel that I made. It's green because that's what I had left for this thing. I made the heel from this mold that I purchased from Cake Structure many years ago. I will supply you with the link later. But this is the one I will be using. So what I did was, after I made it and released it from the mold, I took the rod and turned it to make the indentation of the threaded rod so it can go onto this very easily. See? Now, don't worry about the fact that this is still exposed, because you're going to do your finishing fondant to match the sole over this. So don't worry about that. Now, how you attach this to here is with the good old piping gel. So we're going to use some piping gel. And this heel has been sitting out for a minute, so I hope it cooperates, because it's a little crunchy. But we're going to roll with it. Okay, you want to make sure that the top of this heel is up under that washer. Yeah. Now at this point, what you need to know is shortening is your friend. Okay, your best friend at this point. You could take it on your fingers and kind of rub it to smooth things out. And get it on there really good. See how it's fitting the back of here? Let's see if you can see that. Okay. So, you find the positioning of how you want your sole to be. No, this phone is not ringing. Okay. So, after you find your desired position, that's when you go back and you hot glue. Hot glue is your friend. Like I said, I'm addicted. Okay. We're going to kind of go with that. Now you let that kind of set up, and then you could go back and see any little spots that would need more support or glue, because you have to make the glue a little higher, because you have to remember that you have those other two pieces under there. So you want everything connected. Okay, can we see that? Now what I even do is, you can even go as far as hot gluing the fold to make sure that it doesn't come up or succumb to the moisture. Now for whatever reason that you may have to use cardboard, you always can cover the cardboard in saran wrap, which I always do cover any type of metal in saran wrap that's going to come in contact with food. So if you, I'm gonna cover this, you could just lay a piece on here as well if you have to use foam core, you know, like a non-cake board. So that's that for the structure. Now I will show you how to put the cake, shape the cake and cover it. and that will be part 2. So the video won't be so long and drawn out. So I'll be back with part 2. Thank you for allowing me to show you how to make this 3D structure for a boot. And see you soon.